Alright, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, YouTube, Discord. I've been saying good morning for quite some time, so you're probably tired of that by now. We are looking at some futures today, including ES, NQ, GC, and CL. So crude, we did unfortunately miss this entry from our trade plan that we posted to our community and to anybody in our pre-market prep. So pre-market prep is between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. I host it on Zoom. And yeah, pretty cool stuff. Trade plan played out very well. Something to remember too on crude is that we broke that previous day high already. We then broke the supply zone, so the supply zone becomes a demand zone. And when we break a previous day high or low on something like crude or gold, we have a much higher probability, a higher chance of the market to continue or stay green, or stay, if it's breaking a previous day low, stay red, close red. And you could check those stats with the tool Edgeful. Now check out, let's go previous day, we're in chart pattern, previous day's range. Now let's go to crude oil, previous day, and we'll do standard. So standard means it's measuring all of them. So previous day high broken 126 times, closed green 96 times. So that's 76% of the time. Now we could get a little more in depth and say, okay, well, what about by weekday? By weekday, crude oil, when we break previous day high on Thursdays, 90% chance of closing green. That is huge. Cool, man. Thank you, Marzetti. Always appreciate looking out and the heads up. So same with the shorts, right? Previous day low broken, the odds are way more for us to close red. Then we get into something like ES. Now let's go back to standard. And this is year to date. You can look back at whatever range you want. We'll do one whole year. Year to date, let's do crude. Now we want to see ES. And look at how the stats change. I think ES becomes more 50-50. Oh no, ES not as bad. Okay. Year to date. It is year to date. Oh, what? Oh, because it's such a little difference. That's so funny. I'm like, why isn't year to date working? Because it's like a 1 month difference at this point. Okay, stats ain't bad, right? Previous day's high broken, 84% chance. I like that. We got to trade with the odds. We want to know what's going on. We want to know probability-wise what's more likely to happen. Yo, good morning, Adrian. Appreciate you sending those charts, dude. Love it. Love the accountability. Awesome. Alright, so we're looking at ES bookmap right here. Did market just open? Market just opened. I'm like, why are we getting this volume? Market just opened. Don't forget, guys, 10 o'clock today, 10 Eastern, we are having the Edgeful CEO on for a webinar. It's going to go over the charts, I'm sorry, not the charts, but the platform, and sort of tell us, you know, how he uses it and how you can use it to make better trading decisions and make better trades that are more in your favor. Gotta remember, just like the basic saying of trend is your friend, that is beyond true. Trend is your friend. We want to know what the trend is doing, and when we use things like Edgeful, that's a statistic platform, it can help us with that. So look at this, NASDAQ right here, holding this 2 hour supply zone. So the supply zone, because we used it as a supply yesterday we had a huge sell-off from it. Now we're breaking it, now we're flipping it. I'm looking for this as demand. You guys already see I have the arrows there. I posted in the watch list. NQ, I'd like to see us remain bullish in tech and ESNQ as well as the two areas I'm watching today. 2 hour supply zone. I need to see a strong move through this zone. Strong move through it. Got a pretty strong move right there. Not the strongest move. When I say strong move through it, I want to create maybe a new imbalance here, or if we can get a higher time frame basing candle off of this zone, that would be great too. We do have to remember this is a 2-hour supply zone, so the last time we were in it, it took 1, 2, 3 touches to finally get a move, and this is on a 15-minute time frame. In total, this took 12 hours before it dropped, almost 13 hours to drop. I'm not saying we're going to have to wait 13 hours today for this trade, but I'm saying we could be a little bit patient. 13 hours, that's crazy. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, we could wait 15, 30 minutes. That's no problem. Yo, I got my cat, this big cat tree, loves it. Alright, keeping an eye on ESNQ here. Look at that pullback. Huge pullback. That's why I said I want to see a strong move through that zone. I do have an ES level down here, 59.47. So let's check that out real quick. You told me that when I was only a youth. What'd I get that blue zone from? Let's see. Glad I wrote it down. We have a very strong level of interest around 59.45. I will be looking for buyers to step in and hold this area for longs. And because look at all the tests of this zone. So this was a very strong zone. It held up as resistance. Then we broke it in with support multiple times. So I am looking for longs on ES there. And we'll have to see how the market reacts. Huge volume coming in, so I'm not going to be jumping in right away, but we're going to keep an eye on it. Wow, that's some crazy volume, man. Volume's starting to dry up. I'm going to try some. Didn't fill me. Give me a fill. Okay, I got filled. I'm going to keep an eye on this, be very close with this trade. Selling pressure was very strong, so I don't really want to hold this if sellers are still strong. So we're going to just keep an eye on it. ES, and now NASDAQ is also in an area of interest. So again, sort of just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, it's probably going to stop me from where my entry was. Let's see. $40 is a strong level. If we break here and stop me out, that's okay. I would like to see us maybe hit 40 or something. And see how we react to 40. Yeah, let's get out of that for a split sec. We do have these supply zones. I like these as key levels too. So here's a strong level on ES. Aggressive selling pressure. Look at this. Wow. Wow, that's wild. This selling pressure is so strong, the markets are literally, the charts, everything, freezing up, chopping up right now. I'm looking at this right here, but that selling pressure was crazy before, so I'd really need to see a strong break above 59.41. And because this area of interest right here, if we could get back above, I'll take a long around 941, 942, stop loss around 937. But look at the selling pressure, it's just continuing, dropping like it's hot right now. Oh, crude getting near that zone. I'm gonna wait. Just wait now. No trades right now. This is some crazy price action. Wow, look at that. ES is coming into this 15-minute imbalance. Again, it is above that Did it break previous day high? It did break previous day high. Previous day low isn't until way down 58.80. So again, we're just sort of waiting and seeing how we react in this crazy massive volume. I'd like to see a crazy wick so that everybody trying to chase sells is trapped. But this volatility we're getting right now, guys, way too much. Way too heavy right now. Got a lot of resistance above us. This is some crazy price action. Crude near that demand, so we're just staying patient. Crazy, crazy selling pressure. Look at that. You'd think somebody announced there's no tomorrow. Dude, is that 200 points off NQ at open? What happened? What happened? Yo, did something, and I'm like, no joke, did something happen? I don't see any news. We had NVIDIA earnings, but I don't know. I guess NVIDIA is strong enough to give us that volatility. Let's see. Nice, good job, Kev. Yeah, crude and gold, what are they doing? I mean, look at the volume spikes. This is insane. This is not everyday stuff. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. We're in that 30, was that a 1 hour demand zone on NASDAQ? Just so strong to the downside. Going long here would be like trying to catch a falling knife, you know? We don't want to do that. VIX pushing higher, which is bearish. I'd like to see... Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was gonna say if NQ could hold this demand... We are at a key level too. I don't know, we'll see. Very strong volume. I'm probably going to stay out of this for a little bit. If anything, I'd maybe consider longs off this demand zone. But, I don't know, market's been nuts. Nice. Ideally on these longs, let's see. Some crazy weird ass volume today, guys. Like the charts aren't even loading right. Very odd. I'd like NASDAQ to pull back to this area of interest up here. Get back some of this imbalance it created, but look at the selling pressure. It's not giving up. Look at equities, guys. Equities are selling off like crazy. Meta new low a day. Microsoft new low a day. What time is it? 9:42. I'm gonna get on that call with them soon for the Edge full webinar. Look at that. That's crazy, dude. Very strong momentum. And look at this. Look at the spread we're getting. The spread is nuts right now. It's like a 5-7 point spread on Nasdaq. This is, I don't want to say untradeable, you know, clearly it's a downtrend, but entries are very difficult. You know, people might want to get too heavy because they see the momentum and then they get wicked out. It's not worth it right now. It's just be patient, maybe wait for something else. I see crude is coming near demand. Just gotta wait. Buyers failing again. Would probably wait for the 15 to close at this point because we got a couple minutes for the 15 minutes to close. But look how bearish it is, right? Very little chance that we're going to go all the way up here now. Not impossible. Look at that. Look at that. It's trying its best, but that 15 to the downside was just so crazy strong. We are getting some buyers coming into this demand zone, but it's really not, I don't know. We would really have to sort of let it play out and see, because right now all we have in front of us is a very strong sell-off. But we have to remember, I think it was yesterday, we had a very strong sell-off too. So is price just going to be repeating itself where it's just selling off like crazy and then it reverses later in the day? Same thing with the day prior. So that's sort of been the trend of the market, is selling off in the morning and then finding its low and then reversing. So maybe we're better off being patient, right? Maybe this sell-off isn't giving us an entry for a reason. Maybe this sell-off is the entry once we find some type of bottom. Apple new low of day. Meta trying to hold. Tesla trying to hold. Look at again. Look at this. This is crazy. This is a 20. That was 20 points. What's going on right now? It's good buying pressure out of demand. Again, the volatility, it's too strong. It's too powerful to trade. It's too strong to the downside. It's too strong, period. So we're better off, you know, just being patient at this point. Yeah. So, I mean, so you have the halfback, you have it from the high to the low, right? So you have the bearish move. I guess Right. Yeah. All right. I mean, listen, my thoughts are you look at the daily. I get what you're doing with the fib there, but this down move didn't take out any lows, so I don't count this as a full move. If anything, I would look for the fib on this move, this bullish move that took out a new high, and I would see that this fib, I actually had it plotted, I don't know why it's gone. That 50% held up very well on the daily. So what I was looking for was for that was a good hold. Let's see if we can continue back higher. Broke previous day high yesterday, the day before that too, and today. And again, the price action trying to repeat itself in that it sold off in the morning, found some type of low near demand, pushed back higher. Sold off in the morning, found some type of low, pushed higher. And also, of course, things like Nvidia being at all-time highs, equities pushing strong, Tesla still strong. Markets are strong right now. There's not much argument to that. But yeah, no, I mean, market could go anywhere. There's no rhyme or reason. I like to see how ES reacts up in here around 59.42. Yeah, right in that big buying. Let's see. We're in that area of interest. I want to see how we react. Buying versus selling. Again, buyers have been strong now. Looks like we're trying to make our way back. That was the craziest sell-off just for us to pull back, so let's wait and see. Optimal trade entry up in this fair value gap. This is where that broken supply zone is. Let's see. 15-minute, I'm sure, has an imbalance too, but it hasn't closed yet. 5-minute, a lot of strength on that 5. Crazy how choppy not choppy the market is. 9:50, I do have to go soon for that that webinar. These buyers ain't messing around at this point. That's something. Let's see. Staying patient. Patience. I mean, that 15 was still bearish. Alright, I like that sign right there. Let's see. Nope, bad read today. Bad read today. Damn, man. It happens. But I guess not really. It was right on those longs in demand. Gotta just trust my zones. I'll let this 5 close. Possible short entry in here. Let's see, crude. Oh man, crude rejected this 15-minute imbalance to the upside. That's crazy too. Alright. Market's been a little nuts this morning. No doubt about it. How's the hourly look? right? Does the hourly want to give us a big basing candle so we continue for the rest of the day? Or are we going to continue back lower? I'd consider shorts here. Hmm. Um. Let's see if we get back below that supply zone, that 40-ish area, I would grab a short. If we don't, I wouldn't. So I'm in a light short right now. Very light. Because the 15-minute looks like it wants to continue. I'm not the biggest fan because the momentum has been, well, I guess momentum was to the downside. But we did break previous day high and whatnot. So we'll be patient here. And this short at 59.41.25, stop loss around 44.75. Oh, I really wanted this 5 minute to close back below, though, this supply zone. That was sort of going to be my extra confirmation on this trade. Because again, I wanted that 15 minute. We have a basing here. We have a strong move lower. I wanted continuation, which means I want this 15 to close red. Look at this move. Holy cow. Look at that. We're going to wait. We're going to wait 1 sec. Let this 5 close. There's 26 seconds left. That was a great move. If it closes somewhere over here, I will add to this short. Wow, look at that. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Is it leg number 2 time? What are we up to? 10 seconds left. Be careful on this. 5 seconds. That's a tough. 5 minutes, alright. I only got 5 minutes left. Oh, man. Market's having trouble down here, so I'm probably going to look to get out of my trade. Especially, too, because I got the meeting in a minute. And I got to get that up. Wow, look at that. That's what I'm saying. Market is struggling. Coming back to retest my entry. Is that possibility for an extra entry area right there? Or are we just going to blow right back up? I wonder what previous candle low, previous candle high broken and all that would be. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to stop this stream right now so I can get started on the on that webinar. Discord, I'll stay up on here. YouTube, stick around. I'll come back to our channel. I'm going to be live with the Edgeful CEO going over their platform.